Real estate agents, it's time for you to start working smarter, not harder. We're going to tell you how you can increase the profit in your business by doing what you're already doing, but better.
There's so many brokerages that talk only about production and how you should increase unit count year on year on year. And while it is one way to make more money as a real estate agent, there are 3 others that are more powerful and don't require you working any harder. What's up, guys? I'm Lou Raven.
And I'm Elise Palacios.
And together we help real estate agents and team leaders scale their businesses and go from production to legacy.
As always, we're here to give you at least one actionable step with every video, and today's all about making more money faster.
And this video is packed full of actionable content that you can take into your business right now to make more money as a real estate agent. If this video is helpful to you, make sure you hop into our free Skool community and check out our business plan course. There you'll find tons of resources that will help you scale your real estate business and run it more efficiently.
Don't forget to subscribe and head over to our channel just in case you missed the first 3 of the 4 videos in this video series.
This is the new section.
Woo!
What you've all been waiting for. Probably not. I'm most excited about this part because I am lazy and I like making more money without doing more work. And that's it. I'm the hardest working lazy guy you'll ever meet, except maybe for David. It seems like we share that vision of doing nothing and making a lot of money. It's a beautiful thing when you can buy your time back. So increasing profit is all about doing more with what you already have. Well, let me back up. There are 4 levers that you can use when you increase your profit. Some of these are obvious, some of them are not. The first way to earn more money as a real estate agent is to sell more houses. Not a very novel concept. Second way is to increase your average price point. The third way is to increase the commission you charge. And then the fourth way is to reduce your largest expense, which in most cases is your brokerage, not pencils that you're buying.
So the first one, as we mentioned, not super novel. It's actually the worst way to make more money because it's a lot of work. I have zero desire to sell 50 houses a month. That sounds like not a lot of fun, and it's just not a part of my business plan. So this is going to look different for everybody in here. If you're just getting started and you're not selling any houses yet, yep, this should probably be in your business plan for 2025. Not for me personally. How this looks is pretty much having more conversations. You're generating new leads, converting them more often, increasing your numbers. It's pretty straightforward. The second point, we've got Sean up here as an example. Increase your price point. Sean, as a new agent, kind of started your business focusing on a higher price point. How exactly does that go for you, Sean? You having fun with it?
It's good, yeah.
What was your highest sale this year?
2.5 million.
2.5 million in Hartford County. That's about 6x the average sold price in Hartford County, for context. And how'd you get started with higher end real estate and increasing your price point?
I didn't really have that network. I didn't know like any millionaires or anything like that. So I kind of shoved my hand out there and forced myself into that like price point. I cold called a lot and kind of did that way.
For point of reference, a valuable social media post that Lou and I saw the other day was a brokerage was talking up that their highest, most profitable agent in sales was about to almost reach 3 million in sales for the entire year.
1 million for the entire year.
It was 3, you read it wrong.
Okay, whatever. It's so low. 3 million for a year.
For the entire year, and Sean did that in 1 deal. And that's the power of pulling the lever of increasing your price point. Because how much time did you spend earning that one seller? A significant amount of time, I know, but probably a little bit less time than closing 10 deals.
Probably like 15 hours.
Don't have to know how to have that conversation and carry yourself. That's why we've got Michael coming up to talk about how he broke into the luxury market and masters it. Okay, so the other way is to give yourself a raise. I used to make $5 an hour when I first started my cleaning business at 11. And I quickly found it was a lot of fun to make more money doing the same thing. But I quickly found that if I could just have a decent conversation, talk up my value confidently to my clients, I could make double, triple, quadruple what other cleaning companies were charging. I have never been the cheapest company, and I'll flat out tell people that very confidently. And I carry that exact skill set when I have conversations with my clients about what my value in a conversation regarding commission is. It's very easy once you know that. What's the worst thing that they say? No, I'm gonna go with somebody else. Fantastic. Now my resources can be spent procuring more clients that are willing to pay what I'm worth. And it's the mindset of it that I learned at a very young age that has made me so much more profitable and saved my time 10 times over because I want to work smarter, not harder.
So Elise had to learn that through necessity and helping pay the bills at 16 years old because they were getting evicted. So she learned that on a level that's deeper than most of us. And she can teach it on a level that's deeper than most of us. And one of the things that I love is that you've been able to duplicate that tenacity and that confidence in coaching and helping other agents. And I think that's a hard thing to do, like David said, if you don't have that in your DNA.
And it's fun. I just like making money, not gonna lie. It's not all about buying groceries and paying rent so you don't get evicted. I had fun, I traveled a lot, and I spent money just as much as I saved it. So negotiating with my clients has been a really solid foundation.
Yep, absolutely. If this content's helpful, go to Skool.com and search for Reinvest Real Estate and join our free community. It's packed with resources just like this. Free video trainings, templates, checklists, and other tools that'll help you grow your real estate sales business. Some other ways to increase your price point: invest in your personal brand. What you talk about on social media matters. People are going to pay attention to how you act and show up, what you wear, what you sound like. I'm going to give you an example of this in my own life, and this isn't about increasing price point. Just a quick anecdote about my own marketing, shifting people's perception very quickly. In 2002, we were renovating a lot of properties. I think I did about a dozen flips and renovations of units at that time. So I was showing that a lot because people love watching a good renovation. Who doesn't love that? And I was getting more views and clicks and likes and all that stuff. What happened though was perception from my viewership, right, the people that follow me, about what I was doing shifted. And I had multiple agents say, oh, so you're not selling real estate anymore? Are you not coaching agents anymore? I see you're doing a lot of flips. And I'm thinking, this is the same thing I've been doing this is the third year I've been doing it this way. The difference was I was showing it and talking about it more, but I was attracting the wrong type of attention because that's actually not what I wanted. I wasn't looking for people to see me as a general contractor, for example, or send me more flip deals. I was hoping to attract agents and clients, and I was doing it in the wrong way, even though it's getting more views. So your personal brand matters. No one can speak to this better than Michael, no one in this room at least. So I'm just going to drop that there when it comes to expanding your expertise, and that's all Michael's world. Replacing low value sales. This is something that I would say I do a good job of. I'm constantly leveraging myself out of the work that I'm doing to do higher dollar per hour tasks. So it's all about what can I not do and how can I trade that time to do something that's more important. And it's a constant struggle. And at first, we talked about that a little bit from kind of the admin support standpoint. It gets more complex once you grow your businesses. And that's where it's really helpful to have partners and alliances and kind of have some really good synchronicities that make both people want to work harder than just somebody that you're paying. There's a big trade-off in letting go and leveling up. You have to let go of the vine at some point. Has anybody ever read the book Traction by Gino Wickman? It has EOS in it, the Entrepreneurial Operating System. They tell a story in there of an entrepreneur who's struggling. They fell off of a cliff and they're holding on to a vine. And they're trying to climb back up this vine to the top of the cliff, and they just can't get there no matter how hard they try. There are voices at the bottom that are saying, Lou, let go of the vine. And I'm saying, no, I'm gonna die. And they're shouting, Lou, 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 we got this. You gotta let go of the vine if you're ever gonna grab any new opportunities. In this next section, as we're thinking about, just think about what you need to do, what you need to let go of as you work to give yourself a raise.
So a great way, again, is mastering the conversations you're already having with your clients. And this is something that I have a natural ability with, which is just translating into how can I turn that into growing my sales business, coaching business, and overall real estate income, investments, and all of the above. This is a QR code to one of our free courses in the Skool community. It's a full run through of a mock buyer strategy meeting. Who here already does strategy meetings with your potential buyer clients? Amazing. It's always wonderful to build upon what somebody's already doing. How to charge more. We had Kristen up here because she did a really good job of implementing this as a new strategy in her business and then seeing the change of, wow, I can do the same amount of work and make a lot more money. Which, how satisfying is that, Kristen? Very. It's pretty fucking great. Yep. So building upon that, this isn't something that you have to be doing like I have since you were 11 years old and building on that skill set really slowly and painfully and slowly learning and failing. You can implement it tomorrow, today. Your next buyer strategy meeting, if you have one this Saturday, call me. I will walk you through it. Watch this meeting. We have an entire actual learning process laid out to use written tools, video tools, and notes, checklists, all of the above to truly master something. This isn't something that you're just gonna think of, hey, you know what, I'm gonna have this conversation tomorrow. There's a process to it. In order to master that process, there are certain steps you have to take and add into your calendar. Watch this video, go through, talk to Kristen, ask how it feels, and then get motivated to want to do the same thing in your own business.
The fourth and final way that you can profit more as an agent without doing more work is to reduce your largest expense. So for most people, the biggest line item that we pay out to is our brokerage. Sure, you can find a better deal on photographs and you can buy paper in bulk and save some dollars here and there. A lot of times we don't stop and look at our true expenses and where the money goes. We earn a certain amount of gross commission income, but many times we're managing off of our bank account and what actually hits as profit. And we look at our 1099 statement and we see how much money we made, but we don't see how much money we paid out. And I'm not here to tell you to go or not go anywhere, to be very clear. I'm just asking that you take a good hard look at how much money you may be paying to your brokerage. Think about what value you're getting out of them for that amount of money, and consider the value of loyalty to the brokerage versus your time and where your time can be best spent. Because if you make more money, you can buy more time. And if you can buy more time, you can do whatever you want with it. And to me, that's a whole lot more important than just liking the brokerage that we were at before. This is the brass tacks numbers of what different splits look like. You could also use this information to help negotiate your splits at your current brokerage, and just look at the massive impact that something like that can do. This example is an agent that has $300,000 in gross commission income. This line is the brokerage split, and we have three different examples: a 60%, a 70%, and an 80%. And the 60% split, that agent is paying a brokerage $120,000 a year, and they're keeping $180,000. I'm not saying they're not out there, but I personally don't know of brokerages that are worth paying $120,000 a year to, unless maybe they're giving you a helicopter to use in your listing appointments. On the other hand is an 80% split, and that reduces the expense to $60,000 a year, and that puts an extra 60 grand in your pocket, and all of a sudden you make $240,000 on 300, which is a heck of a lot more reasonable in my opinion.
There are different ways that you can calculate this. Some brokerages have commission caps, which essentially you pay in a certain amount and then you're earning 100% of your income. So keep in mind that webinar next Tuesday goes into this in a little bit more detail. You probably have an idea of what your current setup is, but Lou loves running numbers and I like using his spreadsheets that already do it for me.
Sure do. So in this example, we just took that 80-20 split again, and we added that top end cap of $16,000, and here's what it looks like. You go from a cap of, from earning $240,000 on an 80% split to earning $284,000, which is an extra 44 grand. So as you're looking at your relationships at the end of the year, like we recommend, looking at your lenders, your brokers, your inspectors, your brokerage, I would evaluate, am I paying a fair amount for the services and support that I receive? Do you have the right mentorship that's required to level up? Can you learn more and earn more somewhere else without compromising on tools and resources? This last slide, if you're curious about what we do, you can scan the QR code and learn more about Agent Fast Track. Like I said, it's like Reinvest, but like 10 or 20x. Or you can talk to one of us afterwards. If this video was helpful, join our free community on Skool.com, search for Reinvest Real Estate, and you will get tons of value and information both from the community, who contributes actively and helps solve real estate agents' problems, and from other free trainings and resources that we have available for you. See you there.